The Emmanuel family of Wavin Chabot and the Clovis family of Cul-de-Sac wish to inform family and friends that our beloved husband, son, grandfather, brother, uncle, cousin, and friend, Alvin Emmanuel, more affectionately known as Dando of Wavin Chabot, who resided in Canada at the time of his passing on March 4th, 2020, at the age of 50 years. He was predeceased by his father, Philip Emmanuel of Wavin Chabot, his uncle Leonard George, who was known as Mr. Bailey of Marshall, and his niece Roya Menafee of Ottawa, Canada. He is survived by his wife, Marlene Clovis Emmanuel of Ottawa, mother Blandina Emmanuel, better known as Ina or Miss Ina of Wavin Chabot, daughters Trisha and Nisa Ferdinand of England, Tamika Clovis Dewa of Ottawa, Canada, sons Eric Ferdinand of England, Icon Barclay Hilaire of Ottawa, granddaughter Isabella Ferdinand of England, grandson Jaden Hilaire of Ottawa, mother-in-law Francisca Clovis of Cul-de-Sac, father-in-law Charles Elijah of Otsa, aunts Marcella Emmanuel of Wavin Chabot, residing in New York, and family, Elizabeth Emmanuel and family of Marisol, Rachel Edward, also known as B.A. of Anthropo and family, Ursula Marius and family of Goodlands, Joan Sidoni and family of Monet, Patricia Emmanuel and family of Hillcrest Gardens, Montdedon, Carmen Emmanuel and family of Sanssouci, uncles Peterson Ogis of Bocage Blanchard, sisters Anne-Marie Manuel Menafee and her children Cyrus, Bijan, and Kian of Ottawa, Canada, Augustina Tranquil and her children Ricky, Christopher, Loa, and Abel Tranquil, all of Martinique and France, Antonia Lionel and her children Jesse, Joseph, and Nicole Lionel of Canada and Wavin Chabot, Albertha Emmanuel and her daughter Natalie Emmanuel of Ottawa, Charmaine Emmanuel and children Shane, Elisha, and Marlon Daniel of Wavin Chabot, Christine Emmanuel and her daughter Mauricia Emmanuel of Wavin Chabot, Petra Emmanuel and her children Jenny and Alex Ross of New York, Marie Clark and her daughter Judy Clark of New York, brothers Antonius Weeks, also known as Ras of Wavin Chabot, and his children Joshua, Jasmine, and Pascal Weeks of England, Raymond Weeks, also known as Enoch, and his children Jason and Denzel Weeks of Wavin Chabot, Cuthbert Emmanuel and his children Troy, Dwight, and Lisa Emmanuel of Wavin Chabot and Canada, Lawrence Emmanuel and children Chanel, Yasmin, Karina Jules of St. Lucia, Abraham Emmanuel of Wavin Chabot, brothers-in-law Mustafa Menafee of Canada, George Lionel of Canada, Theodore St. Rose of New York, Hazel Clovis, also known as Shaka of Cul-de-Sac, Stephen Clovis, also known as Escobar of Cul-de-Sac, Craig Nelson of Otsa, Clive Myral, sisters-in-law Antonia Shadrach, also known as Janice of Mondor, Luciana George, also known as Lucy of Cul-de-Sac, Magneta Clovis, also known as Small Farm of Cul-de-Sac, Cheryl Clovis, also known as Mariage of Cul-de-Sac, Karina Clovis, also known as Kema of Cul-de-Sac, mother of his 3 children, Solange Ferdinand of England, close friends, Martin Chadwick of St. Lucia, Patrick Mitchell, also known as Bray of St. Lucia, Kenny, also known as Askukal of St. Lucia, Terry of St. Lucia, Jimmy of St. Lucia, Hamid of Canada, JP of Canada, Yardley Lionel of Canada, Shortman of Cul-de-Sac, Bides Joseph of Cul-de-Sac, Godchildren, Jonetta Emmanuel of Canada, Eliana Remy of Cul-de-Sac, Extended Family, the Weeks family of Wavin Chabot, the Tranquil family of Grand Riviere, Mitchell and family of Wavin Chabot and New York, Andrew and family of Antipole, Theophane and family of Bocage. The celebration of life service for our beloved Alvin Emmanuel, more affectionately known as Dando, will take place on Wednesday, 19 October 2022 at 2:30 p.m. at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in Castries. Following the service, his ashes will be interred at the Shock Cemetery. May his soul continue to rest forever in eternal peace. The following buses will be leaving Cul-de-Sac at 1:30 p.m. for the Minor Basilica in Castries. Leon, bus registration 1408, Mark and Bulldozer, registration 590. The service will be live streamed on We Live 758.